Just one more change. Let me know. I'm trying to change something else. Can you also tell me if it's working now? I changed something. There should be less noise right now. Is there less noise? I'm sorry about the issue. I haven't been streaming for a while, so I'm out of touch a bit. So the issue was my camera was also routing audio to OBS, so I had two input sources. All right, cool. So I had two input sources directly into OBS, which were conflicting, and there were echoes and stuff. So I'm really sorry about that. All right, so let's talk about the app we're gonna build. We're gonna be using React Native because obviously I'm a JavaScript engineer. I could write this in a like native platform like iOS or Android, or just use Flutter. But I like React, and I like React Native, and React Native has become much better over the years. It was terrible a couple of years ago, but now it's something that you could use to make production ready apps. So I'm gonna do that. And for the database, I'm gonna use FaunaDB. Um, I'm not gonna dive into FaunaDB today, but if you want to have a look at it later, maybe this is something you would want to have a look. They have a really good free plan. As you can see, it's very generous. I think it's enough for our needs. And then if you graduate from this, you can go to the metered one, but I don't think you will need it if you're building some side project or something like me. Um, so FaunaDB is going to be used for the database. I'm going to explain more when I get to it. Why am I choosing this? What's good about it, etc. And then, yeah, basically that's it. So React Native and FaunaDB, and we're going to make an iOS and Android app with React Native. And the only thing you're going to need to know to be able to redo all of this on your own pace is a bit of JavaScript and React. I mean, React is not that difficult to learn, and React Native makes it really easy. So I'm just gonna assume you know how to work with React and JavaScript, but the rest I'm gonna start from right from the beginning, and you don't even need to have a lot of experience with React Native or any at all. So I'm gonna dive into it really basically, like how to, oh well, I mean, create a React Native app. Right. All right. This is not something we want. We can just go to the official documentation. But we're gonna dive into it. Set up a development environment. So obviously you're gonna want to go into this. All right, so there are two options to work with React Native apps. One is Expo and one is React Native CLI. The difference is Expo handles a lot of difficulties for you, so you don't need to know a lot of React Native to work with Expo. And maybe we should use that. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We can decide together which one to use. And React Native CLI is the kind of classic CLI that you would be able to use a couple of years ago, but now Expo is much better. So the thing here is I want to be able to make the app look really native on both iOS and Android. So I don't want the navigation to look JavaScripty, if you know what I mean, because a lot of React Native apps don't have the native animations and other things that makes an app look really native on each platform. And Expo used to be like that because the only navigation solution in Expo was React Navigation, and React Navigation didn't have any native module at that time, which I was working with Expo, so I would not use Expo before, but right now we can look into it to see if they have fixed that issue or not. Otherwise, Expo is really cool because it lets you do a lot of things really simply. You don't need to install native code, build native code, install native modules, rebuild the project, etc. It's all done for you. But React Native CLI, on the other hand, it's kind of more bare bones. So as you can see, you have to like install CocoaPods and other things to make it up and running. It's not that difficult. It's simple, but not as simple as Expo. So like I said, I want my app to look really native. So let's have a look at Expo Documentation to see if they provide any new native navigation features. So add support for React. No, okay, this is not something we want. Navigator iOS. Well, this is not alright. Let's go to React Navigation to see. Sorry, my keyboard is in a bad position because of the camera and everything. Read the docs, getting started. Right. Expo Managed Project. So what we want to do is look for the native modules. React Native Screens. Right. So React Native Screens is a new module that lets you, well, not new, but seems like it works. So usage with Expo with React Navigation v1. Expo screens or Expo usage using Expo or not. Right. Screen support. So docs. I want a stack navigator. Click the stack navigator. Right. So there is no native stack navigator. But let's just which one do you think I should go through? The simpler version or the more complicated version? I think the more complicated version, right? Because Expo lets you build it really easy, but we don't want it to be that easy. So I'm just gonna go through the difficult route. All right, chosen. So here in the documentation, you can choose like which solution you want, and then you can go through React Native CLI, and then I have a Mac OS, and then let's start with iOS. I mean, it doesn't matter. You would want to develop both of them at the same time. So I have Node, I have Watchman. If you don't have them, you have to install them. I have CocoaPods. CocoaPods is a dependency installer for iOS applications for Xcode. You would see what I mean quite soon. All right, here you go. That's all you need to do. Let's go to C Solar, MKR, Booksy, Livestream. As you can see, I have been building Booksy before, but I'm gonna. All right. So let's see what it says. npx React Native init. npx is a Node package runner that you don't have to install. For example, React Native would be something that you would install using npm on your machine, but npx lets you use that without installing. So Booksy, right? Right. So I'm just gonna install this. By the way, if you have any questions or whatever, just ask them in the chat. The screen is a bit far away from me, but I'm gonna try to read them. And there's also a bit of delay as far as I know. I think there is. 30 seconds delay. For some reason, YouTube's not happy. This shouldn't take long, but there are lots of dependencies needs to install. But let's just take it one step at a time and then go from there. So today I'm gonna be focusing on only installing React Native, having this hello world thing, and then maybe install the navigation component and have all of our tabs and screens. And next week, hopefully on Saturday again, we can go through database, connecting authentication, etc. React Navigation doesn't have any native solution. The only improvement they have recently added is on a screen, which is just for recording the rest of the navigation. Well, React Navigation did have a create native navigator in version 4, but then when they released version 5, they moved the native part to this project, React Native Screens, so you can create a native stack navigator, which is exactly the same navigator that you would normally create, but it uses native, so it uses UI navigation in iOS and fragments in Android. I've been using this in another project of mine because I wanted to use React Navigation because of its simplicity and also native feeling. So I did use that. So this is a new thing, this part, screen, where is it? Anyway, this native stack navigator thing, this part is new. But yeah, let's see what happened here. All right, it's ready. So what we can do is go to cd booksy. All right, let's see. And then here, npx react native run iOS. So it should just work. If you're on Mac, you should be able to run iOS, but if you're on Windows or Linux, I don't think you'll be able to run the iOS simulator. I don't know, but you could just do it using Android and then ask somebody to test it for you on iOS. But this will take a few minutes to install, and then it will come right up here, and then we can also test it on Android. But my plan is to use TypeScript after this. Let's see if they have. All right, so here, as you can see, after this, you just do run iOS. That's what we did, and running on device, we don't care. We'll talk about this. Maybe when this video is uploaded to YouTube as a normal video, I have to crop the first part because of that terrible echo. Sorry about that again. This should be done, almost done. But when you start, be sure to install all of this, because it's going to make your life really difficult if something is not installed correctly. It will throw errors that will be really difficult to debug. Alright, while this is done, let's talk about the navigation thing. Okay, since I'm not sure how difficult it would be to set up these two together, I'm gonna go with React Native Navigation. Alright, so this is from Wix, and it's a native solution to navigation. Like, it's 100% native, all the animations are native, all the screens are native, and I've been using that in one of my other projects. But it's a bit difficult to install, but I'm gonna do it, so this live stream would have something to offer you if you already know React Native. But because we went the React Native CLI, we are able to do this because this requires us to change the native part of the code. But if we would go through the Expo CLI path, we wouldn't be able to install React Native Navigation. The names are really similar. This is React Navigation, which is a JavaScripty thing, and this one is React Native Navigation, as you can see from the GitHub thing. The view controller and fragment for each platform is a set. Oh yes, it's not fully native, but React Native Navigation is something I really like. Well, wait, this one, and I'm gonna use this because it makes it look really native. But as you can see, there's been like a lot of upvotes and stuff for adding support to Expo for this React Native Navigation, but they're not gonna do it because they're funding this React Navigation. And if you actually see on the bottom, it used to say that it was sponsored by Expo. But anyway, let's see if alright, this seems like it's done. Alright, here it goes. Welcome to React, blah blah blah. We have it, and we can also run it on Android later. But the first thing we're gonna do is open up our editor. What? No, not this. What I don't want is a JavaScript application. I want a TypeScript application, and this one has a flow configuration. I don't want that. I don't like flow, so let's see if they have the guide. I think it's just, yeah, TypeScript with React Native. Alright, we could start already with this React Native template TypeScript, but since we already did that, then I don't want to go through all of that again. I'm just gonna do adding TypeScript to an existing project. I mean, it's a bit dumb that you have to do this. It should support it by itself. I mean, why do JavaScript when there's TypeScript? I don't know if you agree with me or not, but you just create a tsconfig.json, paste this, and also I need a prettier RC. Alright, this is all good. Alright, just that config.js, and I paste this one. Now entry point as it is. So basically you should keep index.js as it is, otherwise it cannot right, otherwise you would be having issues. So let's just rename this app.js to app.tsx. Okay, things are gonna fail here. Yes. Alright, so what we need to do is install all the types. So yarn add types React Native. So let's just install the types. So these errors will go away. Go away. Happy? Why did you not go away? Didn't I install it? Types React Native. Doesn't matter. Let's just save it. And then stop this. And run it again. Let's see what our index is doing. Alright. So it should be working correctly. Alright, this doesn't give us the best. Alright, I need to shake the device. Alright, it's working. There's the app.tsx. Oh, the reason it's not working, it has some flow stuff. We don't want flow, alright? Get the hell out. I don't like you. And what the hell is this? So in TypeScript you do React.function component. Is there other things? Global. Alright, we don't want any of this. We don't want to do this. Why is this still developing React Native? Didn't I just install that? Types React Native. That's interesting. But anyway, is there another flow thing here? Where am I? Okay, fixed. I had the hardware keyword not attached, so I just fixed this. Alright, this is working now. Alright, cool. Maybe I should close this completely and open it again. No, code. Work. Did it work? Yay, it worked. Alright, I just need to close my editor and open it again. Alright, cool. Now we have a React Native app. We can release it to production. Happy? We're done. Just kidding. So, we have TypeScript. We have the hello world thingy. And now we want to install this, which is a bit difficult to install, but let's just do it. Alright, installing. So what we need to do is install React Native Navigation. What you do is yarn add. Here it says npm install, but we're using yarn because this React Native CLI just creates the yarn. Okay, yeah, this is installed. So on iOS, let's go one by one. Alright, make sure your Xcode is updated. We recommend editing HTML files, IDE. Alright, cool. Native installation. In your Xcode, in Project Navigator, you open this. iOS. So you should open the XC workspace because otherwise the other one doesn't have all the modules. Ignore this other window. This is my other project. Just go away before I have the NDA issue. Alright, we have it open here. What does it want us to do? That's a lot of steps. Native installation. Alright. In Xcode Project Navigator, right click on libraries, add files to project name. Libraries, add files to book C. What? Oh, this should do it automatically. What? Why does it not do this automatically? I don't like this. No, it should be automatic. CD iOS and pod install. Let's see if it installs it automatically. We shouldn't be doing this. We need this part. Okay, it did install it. Alright. Yeah, I just did that. Cool. But it doesn't say here, it should say it. That's why I was also... Alright, cool. Let's do the next step. App delegate.m. Let's do that. Oopsie. App delegate.m. Alright. So we need to edit this, did finish launch thingy. So we need to import this on top. Just do this. Bundle is called index. So this whole thing. See if it does that. Oh no. See, that's the problem. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna do it, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't work. Oh, it does it like native installation with CocoaPods. I should have like just okay, cool. All right, cool. It does need other stuff. All right, let's ignore Android for now, and then fix the iOS thingy, and then 3 and 3. So we did that. Um, cool, cool. All right. When your app is launched for the first time, you bundle parts and execute. At this point, you need to show your UI. To do so, we need this. The version of Doc you're reading is a bit outdated. I can see the new version of. Yeah, I could also see it last night. Let's check why this React Native Navigation. Last night when I was looking at this, I could see it. Oh, what the hell is this then? How did I? Oh, I think this thing is not updated, but this thing is updated. All right, cool. Installation. All right. This is much clearer. All right. Displaying. Oh, seems like you don't even need any of that. All right, let's do this. Thank you, Hamid. That was the documentation for the old version. So this new one just says that's it. Like you only need to install it and then it links it automatically. Let's see if this. All right, it came back. So index.js, we just need this new part. Okay, we need this. Oopsie is not registered. See, that's the funny thing. It actually does say that you have to make all these changes, but then before you start installing the library, but where is that like introduction to the new thing? So you just clean it and run it again. Oh, it does still need a native thing. Alright, sorry. Alright, stop. Alright, it did change all of this stuff. Cool. Actually, this is a new feature because it used to be so you had to do all of those changes manually. All right. So I hope I haven't confused you so much. So as you can see, it did change it. So now we can just do npx react native run iOS. The last time I looked at this was a couple of months ago, and you had to do all of those like you saw in the old documentation. See, if you click on this wrong link, it shows the, maybe it was cached, was it? It was cached. Oh, cool, just my luck. But anyway, if you want to install it, just do install it and then run this, and it does everything for you apparently. And then what we only need to do is this. Let's just wait now. Come on. Did you think you would be spending your Saturday watching the progress bar going real slowly? Okay, it should be done now. Cool, it worked. There you go. Alright, it was simple to install. Just do npm run link and that's it. Alright. Basic navigation. So basically what we want to do, okay, let me just tell you, this React Native navigation is a bit different than your normal React applications. So you would have to register all of your screens like this, give them an ID, and then pass them the JSX function that runs the component. And then what you have to do is, all right, so here it's like register all the route, all the components, listen for project start event, and then, all right, I need an editor config here. Set root, and this set root is what's interesting to us. So after you have registered all of your components, what you can do is you can set root and define the structure of your application right in this set root. And that's what's different from something like React navigation, because it works like this. It's just a normal React application and all the components are like nested inside each other, and then it happens that you can do something like this. So that's the difference between React navigation and React Native navigation. React Native navigation, because everything is like really native, you just need to register them separately and tell the native components to just run them for you. So you need to think a bit differently in here. Alright, cool. So here, as you can see, it's registering my home screen, the app thing, as a welcome screen. And then after the project has started, it just sets root. And the root has one stack and it has like one children here. So we're going to be improving this. So let's just go through the examples to see if we can do everything nicely. So let's just go and fix our, alright, let's create a source, screens home.tsx. So let's create a home screen, import React from React, home screen, React function component, return view from React Native, and then let's just copy this. Sorry. Style. Flex1. Let's just copy this stuff. I don't know, where's that home? Alright, so this is our home screen, export default home screen, right? And here what we do is home screen, it imports it, com.booksy app. This can be any string, it can be solar, booksy, or even like solar, like this. But to keep it nice, let's do the reverse domain thing, app.booksy.home screen. I mean, we can also create like enum. Let's do that later. All right, cool. So let's just do this to see if it runs. It did run. Cool. Let's follow along. So basically that's it, right? It's stack children and home. Then here. Okay, let's do that later. All right, cool. Run the code, run the screen, empty top bar. So the top bar is black, that's why it's not showing up. Let's just copy this, home screen with options. This is gonna be a bit tricky because we don't have the types yet, so I'm just gonna do this, which is really ugly. But all right, cool, we have this. And then yeah, we can push to the other screens. But what I want is the top bar. So we want some default options before we do any of that. Cool. And the reason is this doesn't have any title is this text title thing. So we can actually add it. Where is it? Children, top bar. Alright, I'll find later. But anyway, top bar title, let's keep that side. Home screen, cool, we have it here. But what I want to do is large title true. What's happening? Recognize selector with strong default options. And large title. What's happening? Large title options. Right. seem like you know this framework way better than me. What is options? Yes. So hard. We do not need this anymore. What's happening to this? Oh my god. See how great it is to do React Native. Okay. It's text. Cool, we have it. Let's remove this. I don't know what's this happening. Top bar large title, so it's not like a visible tree. It really throws there. Alright, that's cool. Let's convert this home screen into a scroll view. So what we do here is scroll view style flex 1. Cool. We don't need to do this anymore. We can add a lorem 1000 to this. Oh, that's nice. I mean, style color white. We have an app, ship to production. Cool. It is nice. It's nice. So it's all native. I like this top bar in iOS, but cool. Let's go and add tabs now. Now that we have the home screen, let's just add tabs. Cool. Layout. No, we don't want this. We want API. And I want that documentation. Bottom tabs. Yay, this is cool. So let's just make this root, bottom tabs. It's an object, and then it needs an ID. Oopsie, bottom tabs. We can change all these IDs later. And then it has children, and children are an array, and then each one can be a stack. So if you just cut this and paste it here, there you go, we have it. Let's change the colors a bit. Button tabs. What's the options? Alright, let's see the documentation. It's not here, yeah. Cool. Let's just do this, and then basically each stack has an ID, which we don't care right now, and children, and then options. So options here, bottom tab, text color white. Does it have title? Okay, let's just add a icon. So we can add a icon. I have this app here. I can add an icon here. So regular, not regular, I don't like this. Oh, why not? Or this. Let's just use this Twitter thingy. PNG, iOS tab bar icon. That automatically gives you all the options. And then downloads here. Cool. So birdhouse, projects, Solar, Booksy, livestream, Booksy, maybe resources. Right. So maybe just move this into resources birdhouse.png. Require what? src resources birdhouse.png. Oh, this is breaking. Icon color white. There you go. Has it. Text. What's the type of text? It's string. So home. Why not? What's text? Text is just string, right? Back button tabs, children's options. Anyway, this is supposed to be working. Button tab text. Button tab options. Without text. Oh, selected text color. That's why it's not working. You see, programming is great because it's all pain and suffering. There you go. We have home, and we have this thing. So now it looks like a native iOS app. This is so cool. All right, now I also want to show a search bar beneath this Solar. Also, this is not, the name should not be Solar now. This should be Booksy. There you go, Booksy. And then top bar should be search bar visible. But let's look at the options. Search bar, true. Huh, this is cool. Search bar hidden when scrolling, true. Let's see what happens here. Doesn't do anything. Alright, doesn't do anything. Also, let's change this background color to red to see what's happening. See, I want this to go behind that. Draw behind. Alright, so what I want is button tab to draw. Button tabs, draw behind, true. Can you see that red tint on the bottom? I can't see it, but let's see. And also top bar, draw behind, true. There you go. Does it actually work? I don't know. Is it translucent? Top bar. Draw behind. Draw behind. Control the child should be controlled behind the tab bar or not. Yeah, cool. But anyway, this is fine. So far we have this. We can go back to the search bar. Oh, top bar. Search bar placeholder. That's what we want. Where is it? There you go. Search bar placeholder. Search for books. Nice. So now we have this. Alright, cool. Actually not search for books because we're gonna search for your library. And actually not uppercase. So this search box is for your own library. So when you have books here, it would be those. So let's just remove this scroll view for now. And remove this. Home screen. Flex 1. Align icon center. Justify content center. There you go. That's good for now. Alright, let's move on to the second screen. So for the second screen, we wanted to have search.tsx. Search screen. Cool. And then this would be search screen. We can improve all of this later, but for now we just want to home screen, search screen, and then let's just import this search screen. And then now, alright, let's just text color. Let's just create a new child, oh, sorry, can't English, it's too. Search screen. Now both of our screens have the same stuff. So what we want to do is search. Look for titles, authors, ISBN. There we go. And then we make the thing not birdhouse, but let's just have a look for search. This would be a cool search. This? Ha. Alright. Sounds good. Book search. Tab icon. Yeah, it's React Native. So this one is called Book search, not bird search. Book search. Book search. Not home. Let's just search. And then icon. Selected icon color can be white. What's a good gray? Like, do you know what's a good gray? I don't know. Let's see if this is good enough. Well, actually, let's just make this, sorry, white, let's not be sour. Let's be sour. Let's do blue. Select the text color. Blue. And then just copy this. The other one. I'm gonna clean this up, I promise. I'm not gonna let it be just like this. That's a terrible blue. Iris blue color. That is what I want. Nice. What happened here? Icon color. There you go. Nice. Now we have to screen this. Now we need a settings screen. Let's just do that as well. Well, now that we are doing this, this is getting really ridiculous. I mean, this shouldn't be like this. All right, let's see if we can do some of this stuff. Cool. Bottom tab, color, icon color, white. Selected icon color. So here you can set up the default options, so you can get rid of those, and then text color, and select the text color. So I can just get rid of all that. Still have our colors. Let's see if we can get rid of this. No, well, we have everything. These are actually needed. We cannot just get rid of those. What else we can do? Status bar. We don't want status bar. We just copied that from the thing. But we do status bar. We want light content for now. I mean, we can support light mode later, but let's see what options the status bar have. Visible, style, light, dark. Visible, true. Style, light. Is it the other way around? No. Why the hell is this not? Where is that? Where is the thing? This is not working. Any ideas why this is not working? This stands for light. But anyway, we have our stacks. So we need one more item, and that one would be the, I mean, I will fix this status bar later, but we need the settings screen. Let's have our conical cog. This one, innocent enough. Code one. All right, let's do children. Third one, that will be settings screen. Settings screen doesn't need the search bar, and that could be settings, name was cog1, settings. We don't have a settings screen though, and then we should create one. Settings.tsx, and here is the settings screen. And thanks to TypeScript, we can just import that here. Easily settings screen. We'll just go here and do this, and then we can close it. And now we would have the third screen, settings. I feel like it's a bit naked, but I mean, what do I know? So Booksy is the home page. Search is the search for everything. We will be using Google Books API for this. And settings is, I don't know, man. I don't know everything. This search icon is, I don't like it. Let's just, search is too busy. Why would it be too busy? Maybe just like a normal search icon. Not you, my friend. Search one. Not everywhere. Quick search. Search one. In React Native, when you put an image resource here and you want to require it here, make sure to put like add 2x and 3x as well, so it would automatically select the best one for any resolution that you actually want. There you go, we have search now. Should we deploy to production? Not yet. So what else do we want? Okay, the simplest thing is to create the books list here. So I'm gonna, as the last part of this video, I'm gonna do that, and then we can do the rest in the next live stream. So we have the home, search, settings, and then I'm gonna add just a bit of functionality here, and next week we can tackle database and authentication. But so far we would just, alright, so for that, okay, that was too bright, not Booksy, sorry, Booksy is me. Google. Hey, I have been doing this so much that this has been here. Alright, cool. Git status. Alright, let's create a Git repository. Live stream. Public, nothing, just create repository. And you can just, I'm gonna paste this in chat so you can follow along with this. So basically we need to do this. So git init, git remove add origin. Git add, does it have git ignore? Yes it does. Git add, git status, everything is there. Whatever, cool. And then we just come here and then do initial commit. There you go. Cool, now we have this. Let's just, okay, I'm gonna add the readme later. But cool, now we have this screens. We can add stuff to them later and clean them up. Let's just create an API folder, and then in that, what we need to do is books.ts, right? What's the best fetch library for React Native? I mean, there are a few options. I can just use fetch, but are there better things? I mean, yeah, I can use fetch, but alright, let's just do fetch. Let's just do fetch for now. So export const get book list, search books, and query would be string, and then cool, and this would be an async function. And then what we want to do is we want to use this thing because we can do keywords, right? Results. Let's just put this whole thing in a try catch block. Const results await fetch. There you go. And do query. Code URI component and then query, right? And then JSON results.json, but this we need to await here. JSON, right? So what we need to do is go to our search screen and then listen to the search. So basically what we want to do here is when we type in this, we have to search. But because we're using React Native navigation, this search bar is actually a native iOS search bar. So it's not actually JavaScript, so we need some special listeners for it. So if you have used React, you know that React hooks are really great. And then React Native navigation hooks, what we want to do is to use this package to make our life much easier because it has the search bar, right? So let's just install this. And then search bar, here we go. Okay, so the thing here is every screen in React Native navigation gets a component ID. And here, I will add the types in a later live stream. For now, I'm just gonna hack it into it. Component ID would be string. So if you want to do something specific to only this screen, you have to pass the component ID of this screen, and the component ID is what we created before, or it assigns one automatically. So what we want to do is use navigation search bar update, and then because again we don't have the types, is focused, that their example hasn't been updated. Is focused on this screen. Let's see if this works. So what we want is this and this. See here? See the load left? So here, and it's focused. And then not focused. Again, focused. So basically when it's focused and then there is like text in it, we wanna send this request. All right, so how do we want to do this? All right, let's create a state. Const query set query would be use state empty, and then this would be type string. I mean, we need to write string here because the default value is string, but it doesn't hurt to be specific, explicit. So what we want to do is if E is focused, set query to be the text. Oh, in the middle of the query, just make it empty. So now if we do a use effect, because we want to do a side effect here called the thing, and then we only want this use effect to be called based on query. So if we console log here, I'm gonna search for query. Well, the query is empty now, but here if I type, I'm gonna search for this, right? And then if I do this, this will become empty again. Cool. So in here, we only want to do this if query is not empty. So if query is empty, we just return. So we I mean, this is not the best way, we can clean it up later, but okay, this thing is called search books. So we do search books query, but then res, let's console log of res. There you go. I mean, we want to throttle this a bit, because if we literally type on each keystroke, then it's gonna be really long. So let's do that. But okay, let's for now just figure this out first. Items, we want to return JSON.items. Let me think of it to see what's the best way to handle this. Okay, first of all, let me just do, okay, not do anything, but what we can do is add a word here. So skyward, and then let's render this before. So basically we want the volume info. Let's create a type for this, because this is, okay, let's have this, and have here, and put it here, and here, let's create interface Google book. Right, so what's here, this would be JSON, well, no, not JSON, JSON-C with comments so it doesn't complain. Alright, so each item has what we're interested in. We can actually just put here, we can do volume info, and then here we do title string, authors string array, publisher string, description string. What else is there? We don't really care, right? We just want the images. Why is this not okay? Cool. And then sale info, okay, volume info, we can close volume info, access info, search info. What is the image? Volume info? Image links. Small thumbnail. Let's see if this actually works. Yeah, cool. Small thumbnail. Thumbnail. Cool. And then this returns a promise with Google book array. And then this return to JSON.items as Google book array. Right. So what we want to do here is actually render them. let's see if we can just render. So what we want is const books, results, set results, use state, okay, and then exporting it, export, and then to book, then here we just do our result is Google Book. Just do set results res. That's simple. Okay, in here we can add a timeout basically. So what we can do is let timeout if timeout clear timeout set timeout. So I wanna run the search after like a second or two. 2 seconds maybe. So this would be, yeah. Alright, cool. So here we wanna map over all the items and show them. For now, I'm just gonna show a really simple title, and that's it. Like results.map book, and then for each one, you can do a text, and then we do book dot author volume info dot title. Why is it not auto-completing like it should be doing? Oh, it's exploding. Okay, because we don't have a key, so we just add a view, here add a key. Do they have an ID? Yes, they do have an ID, so just add an ID. Key, put that ID. What's happening? What is, oh. What's happening? So this closes here. Yes, okay, I had an extra thing there. Cool. Let's just do this and then style color white. There you go. So if I type, it takes 2 seconds for it to come here. Okay, this is not really good because, so why is this happening? Okay, that's why. If timeout, clear timeout, no. Yeah. But anyway, we have these, and then let's just render the list. So what we want is to render their images, image links, the thumbnail. So can we do that? Image source book.info.imagelinks.thumbnail. Oh, I think it wants a URI. Image URI source, which is a URI, yes. URI. Divide is not an object. Cool. So let's see, why is this happening? Results and length. So what is this? So why is this not working? Small thumbnail. Am I not doing this correctly? So items should be description. I can get rid of this description. Industry identifiers. Image links. Is wrong. Image links. Small thumbnail. Thumbnail. That is correct. Why is this happening? So what I can do is remove this and then do return. And here, so links. There's so many errors here, so let's just okay, so some of them are undefined, so some of them don't have the thing. So if the whole thing is undefined. Let's just show the ones that have an image, because I don't want it to look ugly. Look at volume info, that image links, that thumbnail. Okay. Now we're back in business. There is a am I sending? That's terrible. That's terrible. Where are the images? Give me my image. Width 100, height 200. Where are my images? Why is this not working? What if this was 60? Should be working. Okay, back to React Native navigation. Image source, hybrid resources, URI, not here. Isn't that okay? Oh, maybe I need the style. Huh. Maybe this doesn't work. There you go. Haha. So this needs to be a scroll view. Cool. And then now we need alright, let's use a style sheet and do const style sheet create. And here we make our this container, and then that would be flex1, align items, well, flex direction, low, right? And then around here there will be a view style. This doesn't work here. What? Because of that. See, one small typo just destroys the whole thing. Cool. And now our list item would be so let's I just want them to have like half the width here. I don't know if 50% thing works here at this point or not, but let's see. It does. Flex wrap. Cool. So far so good. Do you like my amazing app? No, you shouldn't like it yet. It's crap. So list image. Oh, okay. What I want to know is how to stop this from stretching. Image resources, non-image, image, URI, data image, file system. I don't want them to stretch. Image base, type of image component, image props. Oh my god. Cool. Red 100, height 200. No. It doesn't work like that, so let's just Native image stretch. Okay, what? Oh, okay. I was looking for this, but why didn't I see it in the first thing? So resize mode. What? Resize mode. Contain. There you go. So height 200. Cool. You can even put 3 in a row. Let's put 3 in a row. Does calc work in this? Does calc work in React Native? No, probably not. Let's just not do it. Or I don't know. It's fine. Cool, and then here the list item would be align items center. That's nice. And then margin bottom would be 16. And vertical 16. Okay, so the one thing we want to do right now before we end this stream, I think that will be enough, and that is when you tap on this, we would want to show a new page for book details, right? Cool, we don't need this for now. Do we have anything so logs here? Nope. And then, okay, let's just list title, top 8, color white, and then this would be style list style. Cool, for now it's fine. By the way, this Skyward is one of my favorite books. Alright, let's do that. Okay, add search results. And for now, let me just remove all this set timer crap because I will need to do that nicer without being in a rush. Alright, let's create a new screen called book details.tsx. Is my head crap? Sorry about my head. Cool. So book details. And then here we have book details. So what we want to do is to go from basic navigation, so we want to push to another page, right? So what we want to do here is this navigation.push. Something like this. But we have to first obviously register this. We can make this much nicer. And then in the search screen, what we can do is this whole view. Oh, touch touchable highlights and press. So instead of view, we want to do touchable highlights. What did I do? Ah, okay. Cool. Navigate to book details, book, and then create. Navigate to book details, and then book will be Google book. Basically, what we want to do is navigation that push or fit. Let's see, component ID. What we want is this book details. So let's just navigate to it for now. See what happens. What? React children only expects. Oh, touchable highlight once it's like. And now layout. Oh yeah, of course. I'm sorry. Yeah. So what we want is actually this whole thing. What am I doing? So first of all, we want component ID because we want to go from this to component, not settings, but name, and text would be book.volume.info.title. But the idea of this would be this. Is it right? Yeah, that's right. Let's see if it works. It will work. Why are you not working? Oh, that's why. Because I'm dumb. There you go. Right? Cool. That's nice, isn't it? Does it have subtitle? Subtitle. Here we could do by book.volume.info authors 0. Text. The whole thing exploded because we added subtitle. Let's see if we can add the bar. Alright, seems like this native thing doesn't support subtitle. I'm sorry, can't be that cool. Alright, let's just stick to this and then have it here. Cool. I mean, we can do it here, but here we can have pass props. Pass props, and then book would be book. Well, we can just pass the book, right? And then here we can do this. First of all, we have our component ID, or let's be cleaner, book details props. So interface book details props, it has a component ID which is string. I mean, this should be automatic. I'm gonna create more types later. And then we have book, which is a Google book, right? And then we have our book. And then let's see if JSON is stringify. What? Stringify book. Our book appears in this thing. This will. Okay, let's go back. Here you go. We have the book. Haha. Cool. Okay, I'm still live. For a second, my YouTube thing exploded right here. Cool. What we want to do now is make it a bit prettier, you know. Here, let's create another style sheet. Style sheet. Let's create, and then we have the cover, which is flex1, flex direction row. Let's do that for now. And then, okay, this whole thing can be a scroll view. And then we can have view styles dot cover, and then here we have image source URI book dot volume info the image links the thumbnail, and then resize. Yeah, okay, sure. Resize mode would be contain, right? And then beside it we would have a text. Would be book the volume info title, and then beside that we would have by authors the join like this. Skyward. No work. Oh no. Oh, okay. Maybe the reason that it didn't work is this. Flex one. No. Background color red. It is there. It is there. The whole thing is there. I'm just okay. All right, cool. So this would have a height of maybe 200 and background color of red to see what we can do. Maybe that's too much. We can do 200, and then the image. Cover image would have a height of 200 and a width of 150, just for the sake of it. Styles that cover image. There you go. And then we can have this bit of margin on top. Vertical 16. Cool. And then, what is this? Number of lines. One. Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. Because this is the thing, which is the thing. So we have to have a cover title container. Flex. Well, doesn't need to really, because we have our flex. So view. Cool. Cover title. Font size 20. And then we can remove this red thing. Like this. And then we actually want the description too, because text can you watch memes? Seriously? Watching memes? Right now? Look the following info, the description. Okay. And then we need to create another one of these description. And here the font size would be 12, just for the sake of it. So number of lines would be maybe 10. Yeah. And then ellipsis mode. How? Next with 100%. Why is this going to die? Okay. Oh, okay, maybe over. Why is this going to the side? Anyway, we can make it shorter. Breaking. Line break, text break strategy. Okay. Come on. What's wrong with you? I don't know, I can fix that later. I didn't even know why I had this on my head, but cool. Oh, maybe this view is there you go, it's fixed. Cool. I think that's enough. I mean, color types, margin left, or padding vertical. Sorry, padding horizontal would be 8-ish, which would be enough, and then you're gonna have to add it here, but also you need to add first one. And then instead of having this, you could just do that. And then maybe we just make the color not white. Okay. Or GBA. Actually, no. Yeah. Okay. Like this. Too much. Like this. Sounds good. So we can just go back from here, go here, and Skyward number 6. Alright, that's it, folks. We have a search, we have a home. The home doesn't have anything. We have settings, and then we have the second page as well. So I'm gonna commit these for now. Details. We can improve this together next week or in a few days, and then take it from there. Alright, thank you for bearing with me. Catch you later. Bye.